Hello, geometry. Today's topic is the diagonals of a parallelogram. In our notes, it said the diagonals of a parallelogram bisect each other. And let's just refresh for ourselves what that means. Here is parallelogram ABCD. AC is a diagonal. BD is the other diagonal. Let's say they intersect at E. What it means if they bisect each other is that they each cut each other in half. So that means that AE is equal to AC. EC. AE is equal to EC. And it also means that DE is equal to EB. Now, saying that it cuts in half is also could be stated that AE is equal to half of AC. And another way to say the same thing is that AC is double AE. Double means multiply by 2. So when you're given these type of problems involving the diagonals, what you have to do is check. Are you given half of the diagonal or are you given the whole diagonal? If you're given the two halves, you can set the problems equal and solve them. If you're given one is a half and one is the whole, you can either take half of one or double the other. I usually think doubling is easier and avoids fractions. Let's just do some arithmetic problems before we get started. Using the same diagram above, if DE equals 4, what is EB? Look at the diagram. DE is from here to here. EB is from there to there. The diagonals bisect each other, so therefore they're equal. If DE equals 3, what is DB equal to? Well, DE is the half, DB is the whole thing, so you have to double it, and you get 6. Let's just do one more. If DB is equal to 7, what is EB? Well, DB is the entire diagonal. EB is the half diagonal, so you have to take half of 7, which is 3.5. All right, let's do some algebra problems. If AE is equal to 8x minus 12 and EC is equal to 4x plus 12, find x. Well, looking up at the diagram, I see AE and EC are equal because E is the midpoint of both diagonals. The midpoint divides the segments in half. So these two halves are equal. So 8x minus 12 equals 4x plus 12 would be the equation that we set up. Minusing the 4x minus 12 equals 12. Adding the 12 to each side, 4x equals 24, x is equal to 6. We just had to find x, but I'm going to check AE. If x is 6, I'm going to plug 6 in for x. 8 times 6 minus 12. 8 times 6 is 48, minus 12 is 36. EC is 4x plus 12, plus 6, plug 6 in for x. 4 times 6 plus 12. 4 times 6 is 24, plus 12 is 36. It checks. Okay? Let's do another one. Let's say DB is equal to 6x plus 8 and DE is equal to 5x minus 2. Find x. Well, looking at the diagram up here, DB is the whole diagonal. DB is the whole diagonal. DE is only half of it. So DB in this case is equal to twice DE. Or another way to say that also would be DB is equal to DE plus DE, if you prefer to do it that way. So when we set up our equation, it's going to be 6x plus 8 is equal to 2 times 5x minus 2. Let's distribute first. You get 10x minus 4 minus the 6x. 8 is equal to 4x minus 4. Add the 4. 12 is equal to 4x. And then when we finish this up by dividing by 4, we get 3 is equal to x. Okay? So, just to kind of review today's topic, when you're doing the diagonal problems, you have to look at the diagram and see what you're given. If you're given each half of the diagonal, of course you would set them equal. If you're given the whole and then the half, you have to double one of them to equal the whole. And then you would solve your problems. So good luck on your assignments, and see you in class.